Well, hey there. How are you on this beautiful, hot, muggy, moist August Southeast Texas day? If you're in Texas, let's take on these. Gotta make sure. I'm sitting here waiting for a doctor's appointment, and boy, talk about the blues. I've always heard about the empty nest, and it's hard. It's really hard. But it's weird too. It's like you're going through a grief, but it's not really grief. And I was talking to a friend today. My friend is Kathy Blocker, or we call her Mama Blocker. Those of us that know her, and she's not on Facebook, I can't tag her or anything. But anyway, Kathy, before she taught English 1, was a social worker. And one of the things I learned about Kathy, I worked with her for 5 years at the 9th grade campus at the Woodlands. And I wanted so badly for Matthew to have her as an English teacher, but I knew that he would not be going to the Woodlands, that he would stay at Willis. But I was sad because the kids called Kathy Mama Blocker because she was like their mom. She could be firm with them when she needed to be. She also used to be a social worker, so she really could peg people really well. Love on them when they needed it, nurture them, but also be firm. So I was talking to her this morning, and I told her this is the weirdest feeling. And one of the things that I did yesterday to get myself out of my funk is I went and cleaned out his closet. And I told Mike, I said, I know this is weird, but I felt oddly like I was close to him by cleaning out his closet. And I felt accomplished too by doing that. I mean, there's nothing like feeling accomplished at cleaning out any closet in your home that you've lived in for 20 years. So anyway, it gave me something to do where I felt productive, but also felt like I was getting that feeling. It's so weird when you lose all your kids. And Mike and I have never lived by ourselves. And so when I was talking to Mama Blocker this morning, I was talking about how it was such an odd feeling because you certainly didn't want your kids hanging around home for the rest of their lives, but it was such a sense of loss, and especially when you raise a kid that's really pleasant, really nice to be around, very easygoing, and not very needy. It's hard to adjust to that. And she said, I know how you feel. It's like a paradox. Like you're happy that they've turned out, basically, and they've gone on to what you wanted them to do. And you're grateful for that. But at the same time, you have this feeling of loss and a feeling of emptiness in the house. And especially for the last month, he had been home more than he has been in, his whole high school time, because normally he would start marching band like the last week of July. So I was not used to having him around as much, and just hearing him play on the piano upstairs. So even if we weren't having an interaction, I was hearing him up there. And so, to all you mamas out there and dads, because Mike is going through his own, we knew that this was going to happen. Like I went through depression when we first when he first started 9th grade, because I knew, oh my goodness, I mean, these 4 years are going to go by so fast, because working in a high school for so long, I remember blinking an eye, and the kids that were 10th grade were all of a sudden were seniors, and it's like, oh my gosh. So I knew with my own kid that was going to be happening, but still nothing quite prepares you for that. When you're used to raising them, changing their diapers, waking them up, going to all their school activities and whatnot. And yet there's also this strange wonderfulness of release, of not having to be at a football game every Friday night, or not having to be at a marching contest every Saturday in October. So there's that too, and it's just this weird feeling. So Mike and I have to get adjusted to actually living together without any kids in the house. And we were married in January of 2000, And immediately his daughter Christina said, I'm moving with you guys, and she's 12. And so we've never lived by ourselves. So this is an adjustment for us. We didn't really have that honeymoon period of just being in the house together and blah, blah, blah. No, that didn't happen. So very interesting time for us, and just a paradox. So Kathy, Mama Blocker, as usual, coins it exactly right. It's a paradox. You're so happy for them. You're grateful you have a kid that has done all the right things, but now you have to adjust. And, you know, would you want them sitting around playing video games all the time? Heck no. So y'all have a great day. Stay cool if you're in the South, and if you're up north, I don't want to hear about it. Don't even post anything in the comments about your temperature up there, Gail McKinney. So talk to you later. Bye.